Welcome back to the deep dive. Looking through all the research you shared on human connection, there was this one theme that just kept popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this idea of living wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and specifically the surprising power of just a genuine smile.
Ah, yes. That's a big one.
It really is. It's not always about, the big achievements or status, is it? Sometimes, like your sources point out, it's simpler. Something really powerful that just makes people feel good around someone.
Exactly. It's quite fundamental.
Okay, so let's really unpack this today.
Yeah, let's do it. And we won't just skim the surface like what a smile does. We should really dig into the why,
Hmm?
the psychology, the practical wisdom behind it based on what's in these sources.
Right.
So hopefully you listening can get some real insights, ways to maybe use this simple thing, this tool in your own life.
Yeah, definitely. So our mission today, then, is to uncover the principles, the applications of what the sources call Nakur Tinhi Kusanchiva Chipot Sun.
Which translates beautifully to the smile, a signal of goodwill and living wisdom.
Exactly. So we're aiming to give you a shortcut to understanding this really kind of understated but powerful way we connect, straight from this research.
Let's get into it.
So let's start with that basic question the sources raise right away. Why do some people just seem to draw others in just by being there? Is it always about, I don't know, how smart they are or their job title? Is that really all there is to it?
It's a great question, and what's fascinating from the materials is how often the answer is, well, simpler, like surprisingly simple.
Meaningful.
Sometimes it's just a timely smile.
Huh. Really? Just a smile?
Just a smile. Think about it for a second. A single genuine smile right when it's needed. It can completely change the vibe of a situation.
Oh.
It can cut through tension or indifference and create this instant connection. It sort of bypasses all the usual social stuff.
Absolutely. And I bet you listening right now, you've felt this. Think back to the last time a stranger, maybe just someone on the street or the person making your coffee, gave you a real smile when you were feeling stressed or just having a rough day.
Yeah.
How did that actually feel inside?
Yeah.
For me, it's almost always this little lift, like a feeling of lightness. You feel a bit more open all of a sudden.
Exactly. Like a little weight just vanishes. A moment of unexpected, I don't know, grace.
Yeah, grace is a good word for it.
And that feeling, that experience, leads straight to the core question the sources ask us to think about. Are we, consciously going through life with a welcoming face? Or are we, maybe, without realizing it, putting up a kind of closed-off front? It sounds simple, right? Welcoming or closed off. But the implications, as the research shows, for our daily lives, our relationships, they're actually pretty huge.
And what really struck me digging into this research was that it's not just about, good vibes or feeling nice.
Right.
A simple smile has real, tangible effects. Visible results from what seems like an invisible gesture. It takes it beyond just theory.
Yeah,
It's that living wisdom stuff again.
definitely. It's practical.
Totally. Think about that story of the businessman.
Oh, yeah, the contracts guy.
Right. He sort of jokes, but not really, that he signs these massive multi-million-dollar deals partly because of his smile.
He's clear, though. It's not instead of being good at his job.
No.
Yeah.
No, exactly. He says it doesn't replace skill or strategy, but, and I love how you put it, a genuine smile opens the door to people's hearts before opening the door to negotiation.
That's powerful phrasing. It's about building that initial human link, that trust.
Yeah, which then makes everything else flow better. That's a big distinction, right?
It absolutely is. And it's not just in high-stakes business. Think about that other story, the waiting room one.
Oh, that was vivid. We've all been in those rooms, right? Stuffy. Everyone's annoyed, impatient.
Totally. You can feel the irritation in the air. And then this little kid who hasn't picked up on all the adult angst.
Turns around and beams at everyone.
Yeah, just this big, open smile. And the change, it was almost instant. The tension just eased. People kind of softened. Some even started chatting quietly.
All from one smile.
All from one smile. It shows how that little thing can just ripple outwards. Amazing, really.
It really is. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many tiny conflicts could we just smooth over? And that other detail you found about the call centers, that blew my mind.
Oh, right. They actually train staff to smile while they're on the phone.
Even though no one can see them.
Exactly, because the research, the experience shows that you can actually hear a smile. It changes your tone, your warmth, the way your voice sounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes a real audible difference to the person listening. How the call feels, how the message lands.
So these examples, the boardroom, the waiting room, the unseen phone call, They all point to the same thing your research highlights, don't they?
Absolutely. They underscore this key idea.
Mm.
A positive, welcoming environment is where people actually thrive. It's where
Yeah.
our skills and abilities can really come out.
Right.
It's why that manager in the sources said they'd rather choose someone who smiles over someone skilled but closed off.
Because the smile creates the right conditions.
Precisely. It creates the conditions for everything else to work better. It's like the fertile ground, the skills need that ground to really grow and be effective.
Okay, so we've seen the impact. It's real, it's tangible. But that brings us back to the deeper question, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why does something so simple have so much power? Is it just, good manners? Something we learned? Or is there something more fundamental going on psychologically?
Well, that's where it gets really fascinating. The sources dig into this, and they pull out 3 core reasons, 3 principles that explain it.
Okay, what are they?
So the first one is what's called the mirror response.
Mirror response.
Yeah, it's not just a saying. It's wired into our brains, our neurobiology. We unconsciously, automatically mirror the expressions and emotions we see in others.
Like instantly.
Pretty much instantly. So when you see an open, smiling face, it sends the safety signal straight to your limbic system, the emotional part of your brain.
Oh.
It basically bypasses conscious thought and tells you, okay, it's safe here. And that automatically lowers your own defensiveness and makes it easier to trust the other person. It's part of that social mirroring thing neuroscientists talk about.
Wow, okay, so it's biological?
Deeply biological. Then the second principle is social acceptance theory.
Social acceptance.
Yeah, basically we're social animals, right? We have this deep need to belong, to connect, so we're naturally drawn to people who signal welcome, who signal acceptance.
And a smile does that.
It's like a universal, nonverbal, you're welcome here. It's this powerful, almost primal signal that makes people feel seen, valued, comfortable. And that naturally encourages cooperation and just breaks down barriers before they even get built.
Okay, mirror response, social acceptance.
Yeah.
What's the third?
The third is the mind-body connection. And this one is often underestimated, I think.
How so?
Well, it shows how our physical actions can actually create our emotions. Smiling isn't just showing you're happy.
It makes you happier.
It can, yeah. The physical act of smiling actually sends signals to your brain. It can trigger the release of mood-boosting chemicals, neurotransmitters, which help regulate your body's rhythms, ease tension, reduce stress. And it works both ways. It affects you, and it affects the person seeing you smile. It's this positive feedback loop.
That's a really key distinction then. It's not just putting on a show.
No.
It's actually creating a different internal state too.
Yeah.
But what about when you don't feel like smiling? When you're stressed or just not feeling it? Does faking it work? Your sources mentioned the importance of authenticity, right?
May absolutely stress that. And it's critical. The research is clear. A genuine smile, one that comes from real goodwill, that's the true signal. That's what helps restore emotional balance in an interaction.
And fake smiles.
They tend to backfire, big time. Our brains are surprisingly good at spotting insincerity. A forced smile can actually register as, well, kind of creepy or untrustworthy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it can increase defensiveness, ironically. So for the smile to really work its magic as a signal of goodwill, it has to come from a place of genuine care, or at least genuine openness towards the person you're interacting with. It's about intention, not just stretching your mouth muscles.
Okay, so it has to be real. Which brings us to the practical side. What does this mean for you, listening? How do we actually use this? How do we make this part of our lives, not just an interesting idea?
Right. And this is where the sources offer a really helpful philosophical shift. Instead of thinking of smiling as just a skill, you have to learn, which can feel fake or forced.
Yeah, like you're putting on an act.
Exactly. Which leads to strain. Instead, view it as a practice of character.
A practice of character. I like that.
Yeah, it reframes it. It becomes about cultivating something genuine within yourself, which then naturally expresses itself. It leads to real transformation, not just better technique. It connects your insides with your outsides, basically.
That feels much more meaningful. Okay, so how do we practice that character? The sources had like a roadmap, right? A practical guide.
They did. A 5-step guide you can literally start trying today.
Perfect. Let's hear it.
Okay, step 1 is designed to bring you into the present moment. Stop. Breathe. Open your face.
Stop, breathe, open your face.
Yeah. Before you go into an interaction, just pause. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Let your shoulders drop as you exhale, and then just gently allow the corners of your mouth to turn up slightly. Not a huge grin, just open.
Like inviting warmth.
Exactly. It calms your nervous system and signals readiness both to yourself and the other person. It's like a little reset.
Okay, step 1. Let's do.
Step 2 is an internal shift. Look with goodwill.
Look with goodwill.
This isn't about pretending to feel something you don't. It's about setting an intention. The sources suggest asking yourself the simple question right before you engage. Can I help this person feel just 1% more at ease?
1%. That feels doable.
Right. It's small. But that question instantly shifts your focus from your stuff, your worries, your agenda, to trying to have a small positive effect on them. And think about how that intention alone might change your expression, your tone.
Yeah, even before you say anything. Okay. Step 3.
Step 3 is smile through your voice. This is especially for calls, video meetings, voice messages.
Oh, like the call center thing.
Exactly. The instruction is literally smile before you start talking. That physical act changes how your voice sounds. You'll hear the warmth, and so will they. It makes it instantly more positive.
Okay, smile before speaking. Got it. Number 4.
Number 4 is prioritize acknowledgement. When you start a conversation, make a point of offering a specific, even small acknowledgement.
Like what?
Could be simple, thanks for taking the time, or good to see you, or I appreciate you getting back to me, something that shows you see them. The research says this immediately activates cooperation. It makes them feel respected, valued right from the start. It just smooths the way for everything else.
Makes sense. Build that bridge first. Okay, and the last step.
The 5th step is the 7-day discipline. This is about building the habit.
Okay, homework time.
Sort of. For 1 week, consciously practice smiling in 3 unpleasant situations each day.
Unpleasant. Like what?
Could be anything. Waiting in a long line, dealing with a complaint, interacting with someone you find difficult.
Ah, the tough ones.
Exactly. The key is practice the smile, a genuine goodwill one, remember step 2, and then briefly note any micro changes you see in their reaction.
And in yourself.
And absolutely in yourself. How did you feel? This consistent practice in challenging moments is what really cements it as a practice of character, not just a trick.
Wow. Okay, that's a really practical set of steps. Stop, breathe open, look with goodwill, smile through voice, acknowledge, and the 7-day discipline.
That's the roadmap.
This whole deep dive really shows that a smile is, well, it's way more than just a facial expression, isn't it? It's this deep, powerful tool for connection, for well-being, embodying that living wisdom.
It really is. And it raises that final question, maybe. What's the big picture benefit here? Your sources frame it as a compound social investment.
Compound investment.
Meaning it pays dividends to both sides.
Yeah.
It benefits others, and it benefits you, creating this upward spiral of positivity. A genuine smile, they say, isn't just about reconciling with others.
It's also about.
It's also an invitation for reconciliation between oneself and oneself. It helps create inner harmony, reduces your own stress, aligns how you feel with how you show up.
That's a beautiful thought. Reconciliation with oneself through a simple, genuine smile.
Yeah.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Imagine if the world just had, I don't know, one more timely, genuine smile each day from each of us.
How might that change things?
Right. How might that just slightly reduce friction, ease tension, maybe boost cooperation, even in small ways?
Yeah.
Something powerful to think about.
Absolutely. So maybe as you go about your day, take these ideas with you.
Yeah.
And maybe share this deep dive with someone you know who's feeling a bit worn out or stressed. Who knows? Maybe hearing this, maybe your next smile could be, like the sources say, that person's first light of the day.
A simple act, but maybe it makes all the difference. Go out there and share that warmth.
Go spread the warmth.